this is even something even cooler. Now I thought that was cool, but this is even cooler. You can't see the graphic, but you saw the page. Absolute Batman annual release this week, and the internet is buzzing about it. At least the comic book internet. Um,
Which
and
is the whole internet, is our opinion.
yeah, and I think this is a litmus test for what kind of person you are. This, as usual, this a culture war deal. If you know the picture is some dude saying have his doing an Elon Musk salute, and then or what do they call it, a Roman salute, an Elon.
Roman,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was doing a an Elon Musk Nazi salute, and then Batman was like about that, and you know hyperextended and broke his elbow. Um, I've already look. I heard that Absolute Batman was based anyway. Like I had heard that anyway. Like he's not a rich guy. In this one, he's not a rich dude. He's not like you know a billionaire. He's a guy. He's just a guy, right? A worker or something like that. And he's out there putting in work. You know, against he's basically doing what Superman used to do when he was first created. Messing up corrupt landlords and all this other stuff, right? And there was a thing where he was I don't think he's fighting police in this episode too. And then like a guy that's drawing it right now actually drew an anti-ice um, image of Batman, you know, with Batman, you know, basically facing off against, you know, an ice agent. And well, that'll be relevant in a second. Um, but so this one is, you know, he's fighting white supremacists, you know, racists, and going ham. Like
Someone has to.
I saw some picture and fighting the police and going in, and it's a really cool image, and it's a cool thing for the character. Remembering this is not the Bruce Wayne we know from the mainstream comics. He is in the Absolute universe, which is a different take on it. You know, it's their ultimate version, and people seem to really like those comics. I need to get into it personally. I just haven't yet.
Same.
But like I said, this is a litmus test. Polly, how do you think people took this? How do you think people took this image?
I mean, people just accept it as is because that's what heroes do. Horrible people, I don't know. Probably mad.
Yes, that's the thing is, they were like, Batman was never political. Y'all are dumb. Or the other thing is, if you get mad, seriously, if you get mad about this image, you're just telling on yourself.
What does it say about you?
Yeah, you're telling on yourself. Like, this is like when people be like, man, fascists sure suck. And like, why are you calling me a fascist? Literally nobody called you that, but thanks for self-identifying. You self-selected as a piece of shit. Look, I'm so serious. If you can't say racist, if you say, man, racists are the worst, or fascists suck, or Nazis are the worst, and if your first instinct is to be like, why not everybody you disagree with is a Nazi, bitch, you a Nazi. You're a fascist, you're a racist. Like the regular people that aren't those things will be like, I agree. They do suck. They are the worst. We do need to get rid of them. Everybody else who sucks, you take a very innocuous and easy to agree with sentence and make it about you being a piece of shit.
What? It's like that thing with like, what's the opposite of an anti-fascist?
Yeah. MAGA.
No. I mean, yes, in the sense that like in what they represent, but no.
Hit dog as like I don't know if you have this saying in Russian or even Serbian. I don't know if this is a colloquialism in where you're from. Where I'm from, from the South in America. The colloquialism is a hit dog will holler.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm
saying. It's like the head's on fire on the robber, but like I don't remember how it makes sense, but it makes sense.
If you know, if these words hurt you, then you've self-identified. You know,
Oh,
you'll
I got it. I got it. Well, you know, when people say like the head's on fire on the rover, and you try to check if your head's on
yeah.
fire. Yeah, that's the kind of thing.
I get that's good. That's good. So speaking of hit dogs hollering, Chuck Dixon continues to be a shitty person. I knew he was a conservative from a while back, but like I didn't give a shit because who's reading Chuck Dixon anything? Yes, he had some. Look, he's done some shit in the past that was cool, but he's kind of like Scott Adams. If you cared at all about Dilbert ever, the comic, he's a racist piece of shit.
I didn't.
Scott Adams. Well, yeah, you didn't miss anything. He had 2 jokes and he kept doing them for 20 years. But yeah, he basically was just like, first of all, he went that anti-ice Batman picture. He's like, well, I'm gonna do a dueling picture, and it's a pro-police Batman image, and I'm like, even mainstream Batman is just like, you motherfuckers, that's your job, and I'm gonna help you with it, but you're bad at it, and you're corrupt as hell. I live in Gotham City. There's pretty much no good cops. There's basically no good cops, and that's why I fucking exist. But he wants to be like pro ICE, pro cop bullshit. But it's like Chuck Dixon's in it. He's just ugh. And we're gonna talk about him more later because there's another item we're gonna talk about where he chimed in. But just like I said, hit dogs hollering. This is a good image. I liked it. And I love that it's exposing people. But these kind of people don't give a shit anymore. That's the one. That's the downside of this. They don't give a fuck about being exposed, which is weird. We need to make them go back into hiding. Like
Shame.
you know how bad, how dirty and terrible your house must be if the roaches are just casually crawling around everywhere. They don't give a fuck about the lights being on or not. That's what it being in America is like right now. The roaches have crawled out of the woodwork. They are sitting on the table while you're eating, and they're acting like they're supposed to be up there eating with you. That's how bad it is. The vermin are like, they're not scurrying. They're proud to be out and about, and they're daring you to do something about it. This shit is wild. Anyway, go Batman. You're the best. Absolute Batman doing the Lord's work.